Hey everyone, today is December the 1st, and it is the beginning of our very last month reading through the Bible. It's kind of emotional. This is our last December 1st together. I'm not sure that we will not ever do this again, but for me, for 3 years, we've been doing this. For many of us, we've been doing this for 3 years, and this is kind of a somber day for me. Just a second. Griffin, I'm recording, babe. So, yeah, we have a new memory verse. It is Colossians 2:7. Let your roots grow down into Him, and let your lives build up in Him. Then your faith will grow strong in the truth you were taught, and you will overflow with thankfulness. I love the way that verse ends for our year, because what we've been doing is growing, letting our roots grow down in Him so He can be built up in us. Then our faith will be strong to the truth we've been taught. And not only that, it doesn't stop there. It will overflow. We will overflow into thankfulness. And that's really what I'm focusing in on in 2012 is thankfulness. And I love that God chose this verse for our last verse for this month, for this year, because this is what I will be focusing on next year in my family and in my personal life, is thankfulness. So I love that. Many of us have read this story or this section of Paul before, where he talks about the thorn in his flesh. And we don't know what that thorn is. We don't know if it was physical. We don't know if it was mental. We don't know if it was someone that annoyed him. We don't know that. But we do know that it bothered him enough to not just ask God, hey, will you please take this away? But to beg God to remove it. Now my dog is barking. We've probably all been in situations where we have begged God for something. Been to that desperate place of, please God, will you please remove this? Will you please take this away? Whether it's a temptation, whether it's a addiction, whether it's a stronghold, whether it's someone who is annoying you, whatever it might be, we've all been in that place before, and if we haven't, it will be coming. And we go through seasons where we're out of a place like that, but then we roll back in. Some of us, for me, I was reading back over some of my notes, there have been years gone by that I have asked God to remove something, and He hasn't. For whatever reason, He's chosen this to be a thorn in my side, to grow my roots down in Him and build my life up within Him so that I can grow strong in the truth that He's taught me, and that I can overflow with thankfulness even in the midst of a thorn in the side. And, you know, the world lies to us about these thorns that we have. And as I read our key verse, or the part of our key verse, it's the whole thing, but I just wanted to focus on what God says about the thorn in our side. So that's why I only put part of the verse there. But the world tells us and feeds us lies. And when we get worn down enough and God hasn't removed that thorn, we start to believe the lies of the world. It's easy. I'm not lying. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that it's not. It's easy just to give into the lies. But today, just listening to the Lord put this together, we have an answer for the lies. We have a truth for a lie. When the world says you need power, success to make a name for yourself no matter what, my grace is all you need. The world says to us, you can't show any weakness. And God says my power works best in weakness. That's totally opposite against what the world tells us. Be glad in your strengths and abilities, says the world. Be glad in weakness, God says. Take pride in what you can do. Trade insult for insult and persecute those who persecute and hate hardships as well as troubles. God says take pleasure in weakness. Insults, hardships, and persecutions and troubles. Is that easy? Oh, no, it is not easy. But His grace is sufficient for all of these. Do I do it right all the time? No. I wish that I did do it right even part of the time. The world says you are nothing when you are weak. And God says in weakness you are strong. We can't listen to the world. We can't listen to the lies. But in the lesson today, we have a truth that cancels our lie. So let's not listen to the world. Let's listen to the truth. Y'all have a marvelous, marvelous day, and I will see you tomorrow, God willing, face to face.